Previously on TV Sins.
Episode contains no cold open. No turn on red signs. I'll turn on red when I damn well want to, Johnny Law. And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. For a town that is supposedly welcoming you, there is a lot of our nonsense on this sign. So I guess if you embrace their people and traditions, you will be met with open arms. Or at least ones that are slightly more ajar. Why is the businessman levitating for this casual seated observer? Ah, sudden Homer Simpson on NBC show.
You really have to do that right now?
Yes, I do. I should have done this weeks ago, actually.
I'm not necessarily defending Dwight, but Jim was clearly having issues hearing Mr. Decker before Dwight started his shredathon.
So what I was saying... Hello?
If you thought hearing a dial tone was incorrect when someone hangs up on you, imagine having the gonads to play a dial tone when the hanging up is actually happening on your end. The phone is literally hung up! Where's that noise even supposed to be coming from? Why is Dwight shredding this credit card when it appears to be the exact same credit card he shredded mere seconds ago in the intro? Did it miraculously get put back together? How did the continuity department miss something so obvious?
And that one call ends up being 25% of my commission for the whole year. So, I buy a mini bottle of champagne.
Given the circumstances, it may be more appropriate to buy a dozen eggs so that you can keep them in one basket.
Solitaire?
Yeah, free cell.
Free cell? Look, Pam, if you're wasting time at work on a Windows machine and you're not playing Minesweeper, we cannot be friends. Also, Pam clearly answers by saying, yeah, free cell, but the subtitles say, yeah, afraid so. Proving my point again that even the subtitlers think she should be ashamed of her preferred choice of lollygagging.
We're 6 on 7.
I know, I saw that.
So then why didn't you do it?
Jim would be excellent at TV Sins.
I like it when the cards go.
Who doesn't love that?
Jim and Pam are the best. I mean, if you have to throw some will they, won't they into your sitcom, this right here is how you do it.
We believe that 99% of the problems in the workplace arise simply out of ignorance.
The other 1% is leprechauns. F***ing leprechauns.
Kevin is a great guy. He's a great accountant. He is not much of an entertainer.
That's Kevinist.
Black people are actually more racist because they hate the other type of black people.
I know everyone's familiar with Michael's racist incident, but Kevin's able to rehash this bit pretty much verbatim. I forget stand-up jokes, even the ones I like, minutes after I hear and laugh at them.
Every time black people want to have a good time, some ignorant ass
No. I don't care that this was all the way back in 2005. I don't care that Dunder Mifflin is a dysfunctional company. I don't care that he's retelling a joke from a Chris Rock show. There's no goddamn way I'm letting my brain justify the fact that a branch manager just said this in front of a black corporate employee on camera and didn't get immediately fired, or at least shortly thereafter. Fire away in the comments, assholes, but I'm sticking with my series of no's. Also, it should be pointed out that this show is super uncomfortable to watch. It is funny at times, and maybe that's the point, but I'm still giving it a sin for making my skin crawl.
What is a hero to you?
A hero kills people. People that wish him harm.
Dwight is clearly a DCEU fan.
And the only reason why I made copies for everyone was so that you wouldn't be embarrassed.
If this were true, couldn't you have just met with Michael one-on-one from the start and no one would be wiser?
In this way, I can truly be a hero. Signed, Daffy Duck.
Taking Looney Tunes in vain. Also, considering how different the name Daffy Duck is from Michael Scott, and that diversity dude was sitting right there watching him sign this, with this moment being his sole stated goal, how did he not notice that he signed the wrong name immediately? Jim chewing on his pen is probably a sin enough, but he's obviously out of control, because he must have already devoured the pencil he was chewing on just 10 seconds ago.
But I'm also the founder of Diversity Tomorrow, because today is almost over.
How did he film this without anyone else in the office knowing? Even if it was during lunchtime. Every office has one or two disgusting non-health conscious people that eat at their desk. And yes, Diane, I'm talking about you and your 5-day-old tuna salad.
Jim?
Hello? Hello?
The hell just happened with Jim? He answered the phone on the second ring, but the caller had already hung up, and in the next scene, he's completely gone from his desk. Have we apparated into a horror movie all of a sudden?
There's this great Chris Rock bit. I'm not going to do it, but it's...
What changed in the last few hours since Michael was so oblivious that he did the Chris Rock bit that got him in trouble in the first place? Why has he suddenly learned his lesson when the whole point of the episode seems to be that he is learning nothing? At the beginning of this game of That's Racist, Michael had them draw cards randomly, so why does Meredith's card have her name written on the back of it?
What are you watching?
Chappelle Show?
Really?
Yeah.
I think she really likes this stuff.
Great. She's cute, huh?
Yeah, she's engaged, but...
Oh, no,
the girl in the sketch.
Oh, what's really gonna bake your noodle is that Karen, the girl who Jim eventually dates in a few seasons, is played by Rashida Jones, whose acting job before The Office was, you guessed it, in sketches on Chappelle's Show. I'm pretty sure this is just a sin for the space-time continuum. May it rest in pieces.
That's actually another salesman here. Yeah, I can redo it if you want to do that. Oh, we give you a discount?
I've never worked in sales, but if your company doesn't have rules forbidding in-house sniping on long-term contracts, find a new company. The fact that anyone works in this environment for longer than a month is maybe the biggest sin of the show. Ah, come on. There's no way Jim would be able to stand up right now.
Not a bad day.
I hear Jim didn't even have to use his AK.
Good morning! Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
The guy, Mr. Brown.
Not using it right, Joe.
He's butchering it. Could you just let me?
What the man's about to chip? What the man's about to chip?
He insulted us and he abandoned us.
I've abandoned my child! I've abandoned my child!
Where's my Oprah moment?
You get a car! You get a car!
Let's do it. Let's get ugly. Let's get real.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts.